and welcome to ANB Silver 20 Part 7, which is going to be push. I'm not sure whether we'll get the whole push done in one video or whether I'll do it in two parts, depends how slowly we go with this. You can see my character is in a hideously mismatched, complete mess of an outfit. I think that's a perfect metaphor for how this ANB has gone for me. A combination of my own stupid mistakes, some terrible bad luck, some awful crafting processes that went on. Just as an example, if we quickly run through the gear that I'm wearing, just a few things. I've popped food ready, so we've got ginger beer for 100 crit rating, coffee for some movement speed, and stew of the day for 100 life. Regalia helm, crit rating, crit damage, haste, ability rate with osmosis on there. The necklace is crit rating, crit damage, haste, ability rate, socket vitality, and 100 vitality enchanted. The one piece of good luck I've had in the entire event, regalia pads that dropped, crit damage, ability rate, power, crit rating. I've added crit damage onto those as well as an enchantment. Chest, that's just a bit of luck that it crafted with 2 sockets, so I haven't bothered trying to improve on the 72. Crit rating, crit damage, haste, ability rate, 2 crit rating, brilliance in there, and some life on hit socketed. The Integralis Mantle, crit rating, crit damage, ability rate, vitality with crit rating enchanted onto it. Talisman of Storms, crit rating, crit damage, fire damage, frost damage, and vitality socketed. Violet Wind Spirit, crit rating, crit damage, fire damage, frost damage. The Regalia Armor Guards, a crit rating, crit damage, haste, ability rate, socket with power, and enchant with armor. Bracer of Mastery, again this dropped out when I was expecting at best a 73 or a 72. Crit rating, crit damage, frost and fire, socket with power, and more bad luck, we get a low roll on the bonus, so death from above 177. It would be nice to be in the 190s on that. Sash of the Igniter, again crit rating, crit damage, fire and frost with power socketed. The pants are crit rating, crit damage, movement speed, ability rate, power socketed, and enchant with movement speed. Crit rating, crit damage, movement speed, vitality with movement speed. Onto the rings, crit rating, crit damage, haste, ability rate, socket with crit rating, and enchant with vitality. And the last ring, crit rating, crit damage, haste, ability rate, and crit rating socketed, enchant with vitality. And finally the weapons, so crit rating, crit damage, haste, power. Damage isn't too bad for a level 75, so I'm not going to complain about that one. Slayer enchanted on there, and the Glaces is the crit rating, crit damage, haste, power, socket with vitality, and obfuscation as the enchantment. Champion points, everything assigned, maxed out across the board, and then everything else into power since we're on a crit build. In terms of stats, power's a little low, but I'm not too bothered about that. Haste at 5.1 should be okay for death from above. Crit rating is 3036. I wanted it at 3000 for the 50% crit chance. Crit damage 1920, that's okay. 2000 plus is better, but I'm not going to complain about that. Since we're on death from above and we have permission to do this dual school stuff, this helps death from above build. So we've got bonus fire at 76.9 and bonus frost at 79.3. So fire is going to help death from above damage, and the frost damage is going to help our thermal shocks off the back of that. Vitality, I've tried pushing that up a bit just for some survivability. I'm not sure how far we're going into push with this. Armour 78.2, I prefer it around 80, but once we have the full Elemental Fury buffs from the armour, then it's really negligible difference, so that's okay. Life on hit is 1700. I don't think we're going to need much more than that for as far as we're going. Ability rate at 1806 and movement speed at 26.9. Just as an example of the morose things that I've been doing, here was something I crafted for push. Crit rating, crit damage, fire damage, frost damage, level 5, fantastic. It's a fire lily. You cannot do crit damage anymore on a full crit build. And just before I started this video I looked and thought, oh, genius. So let's ignore how bad I've been with my decisions. We did reach champion level 2000, so that's a target that I like to make. So 120 is a cave, but let's just go for it. I have no idea how this is going to play. Didn't put too much thought into the build. Now you'll know that I normally abandon caves, but 120 is always a cave, so there's nothing we can do about this. Let's just get these rounded up and hopefully dead. Wow, not killing them. That's a bad sign. Pathing. That should do a nice blob of damage towards our target. And we'll come through here, we'll bunch them ones up. And hopefully at least we're on to Kara. We've got our Talisman of Storms there. Let's make use of that. Helps when buttons work, but not in that case. Anyway, that's not too bad. We did it in under 2 minutes. We get a Celestial Transform for clearing 110 and 15 glory for 120. What am I going to do? I'll throw that into there. We do have enough books to... That's the point I didn't mention. Got up to Synergy 166. There are enough books there to finish these off. That'll only get us to 169. And really it's 170 that we'd want for attack speed. So missing out on that. What shall I use this on? Technically it should be this, but that's good damage. We shouldn't see too much of an increase, but there is literally nothing good here. I might as well Celestialise it. Hasn't changed the damage too much, so that's that. Just a bit more toughness, which might be handy as we run through the 120s towards 130. I think I shall revise down where I think I'm going to end up. Wanted a top 100 by the end of this, not fighting Garm in a cave, not a chance. I've taken Death from Above on Fire Lily as far as 131 before. I think that was on an experience farming build as well, so probably not too much of a problem. We should get through these okay. This might be slow. That's a waste of a vortex in there. Let's grab a few more as we go. We're not going to be breaking any speed records with this. With a Frostbeam build we would be flying through these. This is 129, isn't it? So need to think about a nice clear area to fight Garm eventually. Ugh. That swarm of immune text. I do hope they manage to get rid of that in a future update. Where do we want to be? Here-ish. I'll play the dodge game. We'll come here for this, even though we can technically fly above his poison clouds. So be interesting to see how much damage its poison does at this level. We need to get to there. I wasn't paying attention. Ring to damage. Yeah, so we are low enough on life on hit that I will need to play this with the healing ones if I don't have Death from Above available. Try and make use of the bonus damage circle. Yeah, that's quite nice when we have things available, so let's make use of it again. Hopefully we're out of range. Let's get some healing from that. crit. We're through there. Death from above. Thermal shock's a bit better. Yeah, stats aren't too far off where they should be. Oh, we might level up and get to another champion level. Plodding along. We'll keep those books up there. Keep an eye on the time. 1:32. Still unlocked 3. Broken Dragon. I like Broken Dragon with Death from Above. It's probably enough enemies to be getting on with for now. Slow isn't helping. I'm going to abandon that because that slowing enemy is going to cause us so much trouble in trying to escape. Doesn't help we've got a whole bunch of elites here that are going to take... Oh, there's another slow you down. Let's try and deal with as many as we can. Wow. And they've got an accelerator in there. This has got abandon written all over it again. Unless we can get rid of the accelerator and the slower. We're chipping our way through, but there's still charging about there. Be gone. The annoying thing is there's more of them, which I've now pulled. That's impossible. That's what we have to do with those maps. Let's not waste push time. If we've got an impossible situation, let's just get out and look for something better. Dark cave, nope. So this push so far is a nice microcosm of how ANB has gone. A complete nightmare. Right, we have at least we're off to a better start, even if we do have these accelerators in here again. pull in some more. Right, what have we got up here? Try not to pull too large a group, because if you get healers in there then we won't be able to finish them off in time. Those two are right from the very start of the level. Still playing. We have enough here, don't we, to pull out the dragon. So anywhere around here, I think. There we are. Don't think I need to try and stack damage. Be nice to get a crit whilst Talisman of Storms is active, but nope. Move that to there. Talisman of Storms again.
Still recharged.
Nothing active at the moment, so we'll just make use of these attacks. Typical. At least we get to cast that in time for Talisman of Storms. And Talisman of Storms again. We'd have been finished a long time ago with Frostbeam. The handy thing is, if I do suddenly go mad and think I want to place a bit higher, then it's easy to pivot into Frostbeam. Death from above still about right. Thermal shock's a little low, but I'm happy with how that's gone. We're at 25 minutes. What does that do for leaderable position overnight? Yeah, that's going to drop a long way from there. But I think I will stop part 1. We're 25 minutes in. Have a night's sleep and see how things are looking before, or Monday afternoon, with some hours to go before the event ends. Any questions or comments, feel free to put them down below, and thank you very much for watching.